I am here to confirm that on July 30th, Hearthstone is making its way into Diablo Immortal with different game modes, or at least modifications to game modes, with new cosmetics, and even with some new pet cosmetics that I think are really cool. I have all the details and even some video on all of this throughout today's video. So let's dive into this, and as I said, this is going to start on July 30th, just 8 days from the time that you're probably watching this video. I'm looking at some early patch notes here to get this information out to you as quickly as possible. Gather round for Heroes of the Hearth. Now, Hearthstone is a card-playing game by Blizzard. It's on PC, mobile, it's basically everywhere, and it's been around for a while. It has quite a big following. Now, this is going to be going on from July 30th through August 27th, so almost a full month of events. We're going to have 2 game modes that are modified for Hearthstone. I'm talking about Trial of the Hordes, which is nice because it's a quick game mode we could dive in and out of, and Fractured Plane, which is also nice because it's one where you can test out different classes, different skills that you maybe don't already use. The Heroes of the Hearth event hub is your place to check on your progress towards earning potent cards and resplendent rewards. Acquire powerful cards to bolster your greatness. All cards can be earned through the Heroes of the Hearth event hub and are all either common or rare rarities. If you decide to purchase one of the Hearthstone themed bundles from the in-game shop, you'll also get a free card bonus. This very much sounds like the events that are inside the game now, where if you buy one legendary crest, you get additional rewards or rewards more quickly. Each card you earn grants special affixes that can be applied across various game modes, augmenting your power. Collect and wield these 18 classic Hearthstone cards in Enchanted Plains and Trial of the Horde game modes. The following unlockable cards available are Mage, Polymorph and Ice Block, Warrior, which is the Barbarian, Bash and Blade Storm, Hunter, Explosive Trap and Snake Trap, Priest, Holy Nova and Shadow Swarm, Warlock, as you can see these are all changed a little bit, Flame Imp and Defile, Shaman, Wind Fury and Lightning Storm, Paladin, Blessing of Wisdom and Lay on Hands, Druid, Swipe and Ancient Lore, and the Rogue, Backstab and Penetration. Here's a closer look at 2 of these powerful cards that you can earn. Polymorph, common, you have a chance to transform nearby enemies into yaks. Polymorph enemies take increased damage. This is cool. It's like just really quick things that are going to change up how gameplay works. Defile, which is a rare, you have a chance to mark enemies with Defile. Marked enemies are damaged, and if they don't die while marked, spread Defile to other unmarked enemies. Preparation, which is a rare, you have a chance to shorten the cooldowns of all your skills for a short period of time. I like those. All right, so it's going to be a fun twist that we have here. Slay in the Trial of the Hearth. Okay, so this is Trial of the Hordes and how it's going to change. You've experienced, but this is something that you've never seen before. Prior to playing, you'll be able to choose 2 cards. One card will be an active buff that takes effect from the start of the match, and the second card will become a combat orb that will drop with priority during the match. So if I'm looking at this right here, if you can't, you zoom in if you can. If you can't, I will tell you what it says. You have 2 cards to select from. One is your starting buff, and then one is your gameplay drops. You could remove cards, you could switch them around. So it's basically modifications to how Trial of the Hordes is going to run. So essentially, the orbs that drop during Trial of the Hordes, they'll give you speed, they'll give you power, they'll give you increased attack. This is going to be one that you choose to get an increased chance of those dropping. I like that. But keep your wits about you, adventurer, for other combat orbs with random card effects can emerge to sow great chaos. Use these to your unexpected advantage to claim victory. So essentially what's the changes that I'm seeing that we're having coming to Trial of the Hordes is orb drops. The cards give us different powers. Those powers are going to drop in the form of orbs, the way we normally pick up orbs in Trial of the Horde, and it's going to modify how gameplay looks. It sounds cool, pretty simple right there. Survive the Enchanted Plains. So now we're talking about Fractured Plains. The The fractured plane may be a reflection of your mind, but now reflects another thing entirely. Using the previous version of Fractured Plane prior to the Writhing Wilds update, you'll select 3 cards to aid your fight within the Vicious Gauntlet. 1 card will be activated from the start of the match, while the other 2 drop from Chaotic Altars and Treasure Chests while playing. Build your deck and fight back into the Burning Hell's legions to emerge triumphant in the Enchanted Plains. Alright, so again, they're utilizing the whole card mechanic from Hearthstone to give us different powers that are going to modify how we attack. I actually like how they did this graphic. You have the Wizard, but there's a lot of these Hearthstone cards flying out from the Wizard. Yeah, the Wizard, one of my new favorite classes. Wield the Manaflux Legendary Gem, another new legendary gem. The question is this going to be another S tier that's going to be a must-use? Well, let's find out. Deep within the magical archives of the Herodrum lies a wondrous artifact known as the Manaflux Legendary Gem. Legend speaks of how its radiant glow pulsing with raw power beneath the crystalline surface. When a player claims this gem, mysterious energies stir, granting them an extra surge of mana in their hands. The below description will be updated before release, so this could be changed. Keep in mind, the patch notes that we're reading right at this second are earlier than the blog post has come out. Generate mana over time, allowing you to spend it all when you use a skill. While above a portion of your maximum life, spending your mana will call forth Ragnaros to hurl a fireball at nearby enemies, while below portion of your maximum life, you call Acidic Swamp Ooze to spew acid at nearby enemies. Additionally, Ragnaros' fireball will now burn enemies, and the acidic swamp ooze acid spew will silence enemies, preventing them from using their skills. So this is a gem that's going to allow you to lock out other players' use of skills, and it's going to also give you the ability to drop a fireball that can add continuous burn. That's actually pretty crazy. Now, I also did mention to you that we have the new familiar cosmetics, and some of you guys may know Core Ranger and Lil Ragnaros. These are skins, cosmetics that you can get on your current pets, which I actually like because I don't want to see new pets come. This gives you a bonus when playing Trials of the Hearth and Enchanted Plane, delivering epic boons to aid you against monsters of all kinds. Now, I'm really wondering if these are going to also give us these benefits outside of these events, or if it's going to be only very specific to the events that are going on during this Hearthstone crossover. But this is a really cool one as well. I think here's another example for you. I think Blizzard has done a really great job making these cosmetics for the pets. I mean, we had the Little Butcher, which I thought was really awesome as well. This is coming through as a nice solid one also, which I will most likely represent. Now, in the past, you had to, I think one was given for free and you had to purchase the enhanced version. They're not saying how that's going to go right here, but I wouldn't 100% assume that it's all going to be free. Now, we also do have a new Gleam Moon Scion Phantom Market. Remember, the Phantom Market are the approximately $170 cosmetic draws. You can have a very, very, very small chance of pulling it on your first draw, but very unlikely. These cosmetics are going to be available. I also have I have a look right here of what these actually look like in play. This is on the Barbarian. Honestly, this is one of the first cosmetics that has this color pattern. I think we had one other cosmetic that was purple themed in the past, but I think this one looks really cool. It also, when you take a look at the weapons themselves, they do have that look and that feel of the Druid. But it also, of course, has that Hearthstone look and feel. Here's another version of the video file that I was given to take a peek at this right here. You can see that Barbarian running around looking pretty awesome. We'll give you the full screen view of that one. Let me know down below if you are planning on getting yourself the cosmetics through the Phantom Market. I will most likely have that on my account so I can share with you the draw and what that actually looks like. That is the update as a whole. Game modifications, cosmetics coming for our main characters and for the pets that we're going to be utilizing. And, well, another great crossover that's offering a gem, the Manaflux, that potentially can lock out your opponent's skills in full with that acidic ooze. We're going to see if this one is going to be worthy of utilizing and attaining. Looking forward to seeing you guys inside of the game. I will be live today at 11 or 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We could talk more about this update and more during the stream. Hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in the stream.